and welcome back to Retro Rats. So I am here in Nippy Norm, and Nippy Norm has failed his MOT, and it says seatbelt anchorage, prescribed area strength or continuity significant reduced offside floor to sill. So driver's side, we've got to have a look at the floor. So what I'm going to do before any of that, you're going to join me. It's January, it's cold, as you can see, it's wet, it's raining, it's not ideal to be outside. Why do cars need welding in January? I'm having a moan. Well, I'm not in the mood for this. But to be prepared, we're going to take the battery off now and jack it up, start taking the carpet out in the driver's footwell so there's no heat transfer, and then we'll have a look underneath. Come join us. So once again we're led under the car. He's securely on an axle stand, and the 2-ton jack is also supporting it. I don't need to take the wheels off at this time because I'm working on the middle of the car. Yeah, if we go back there, it's can't blame him for failing it, can you? I mean, it must have been just passable last year, because there's no way. They said they did some welding on it last year, I'm not sure where. So we're just going along. There's not a lot of room for me under here. Yeah, we've got another bit there. To be fair, he's been quite you're seeing it closer, so we're gonna have to plate onto the floor pan. It's not going to be a totally easy job. We need to clean it up, but before that I have to take this outer sill off and see what's going on under there, because the heat transfer, and also this is carpet, so I've got to get in there and take the trim out. And then I think when the better weather comes, we have to jack these up and jack up again and have a look at these jacking points, because they're solid, but I think they need good cleaning up and treating before the rest of the floor goes. Same as in there, you can see the water will sit in there, so got to get all this cleaned up and treated. On the passenger side, apart from the front jacking point, it really looks good along there. Well, I'm going to have a hunt around, see where they welded last year, and then crack on. Seats out of the way. Now to undo and remove all these trims. This is the time consuming part. I'm doing God knows how many screws. So if you're an original Rover 100 owner and you take this trim off, take the seat out, take the trim off, and there's damp, and then you got this patch here, this plastic plate. Lift the plastic plate up and you'll find this saturated sound deadening, and that is what's rotted the corner of the floors out. So I've got to get all this out and assess it. Just a funny side thought, Peggy's been using this car for commuting for about a year now, and she says in the mornings she couldn't understand why the window missed up, and she's been using her a microfiber cloth and clearing it off, and she goes, when it gets warm it gets damp, it gets worse. Well, yeah, because as you're blowing the heater down here. Look at this. So as she's been warming the car up, she's been drying out the sponge, but it never dry out like that. I'm gonna have to take it all out. So the answer is all metros are rotten. I'm wondering if that's the welding they did the year before, because that's the only welding I can find. So yeah, I've taken the sill cover off, and I got a piece down there, a piece there. The rest is quite good. So I'm gonna have to plate that and plate that, and we're gonna have to find a new piece there. So yeah, it's substantial welding, and we'll just have to see how we get on. I don't know if I'm going to get it in time for the retest. Let's just crack on. Right, that's that cut out. Right, that's that cleaned up. Let's see, let's make some templates. Right, moral of the story, don't weld in winter, don't weld outside, and if you're cutting metal, don't do it next to a can of Underseat because it explodes. So I've now got a job for the future, and you can have a laugh at my expense. Look at my hands trying to contain said can of Underseat, which has exploded up the side of the car. Anyway, that's real life. Here's a continuation of the job. So that's the rear seat area, and I've cleaned it up. I'm going to plate in there. That's all welded up. That's all welded up. I put a plate on there. I will tidy it up and then seal the whole lot when it's not pissing down with rain. And I've just cut that out there. At some point I'll do in there as well, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll do it when it's dry. Let's just get a plate in there for the minute, get this cleaned out, because as you can see from the water dripping everywhere, it's wet. And as you can see from the side of the car, if you've got any suggestions, my friend John came over and he suggested just a light petrol on a rag will lift that off, but yeah, that's for another day. Very annoying. Can is now in said bin, and I've had to cover everything over because of the rain, so I'm just going to get these two welded up now because I'm getting a bit fed up being out here in the cold. Well, it did finally stop raining and I progressed, but I didn't film it. I just got on because I was so wet and cold. So here it is. It's a bit butch, but it'll do for an MOT. I'll tidy it up in the summer when do a repair job properly. So that's the underneath the rear seat. There's a panel plate on there, and this was quite substantial. It's a double plate on there, and just quick repair on the end there. And like I say, it's not grinded down, it's not painted, it's not done anything. This does have an overcover, but yeah, it's solid and it'll do for the MOT. But in the summer, gonna have to get it up in the air and really have a good tidy up. So that's me done. Really messy day, hairs all over the place. I'm just going to put the seat back in, some of the interior back in, and tidy up because I've got a bit of a pounded headache now. I'm tired. So I'll let you know the progress of the MOT. See you later. Catch you on the next one. And as Peggy says, stay safe, stay retro, people. A wild hair day.
Yeah, wild hair day. Yeah.
So John's come and saved the day. I will show you how. Doesn't that look a lot better?
Yeah.
And my hands.
Yeah.
So John come along with White Spirit, and it's lifted it all, probably lifted all my lacquer as well, but we'll forgive John because that does the price for the minute. It looks a lot better than covered in complete underseal. It was black. So yeah,
Very good. I'm impressed.
top job. Thank you very much, sir.